fuck, really get it back. Bitch, don't block your blessings. Bitch, don't block no blessings. Bitch, don't flash. Drips on tag. Hit cold drag. Block boy track.
Technical difficulty. Can y'all hear me? We got it. Over here.
MoTeaVation on MoTeaVation Radio Network.
Chain costs more than a big chain. Fuck, when you get a bag. Fuck, when you get a bag. This don't block your back. This don't block your back. This don't flash. Trips so tag.
What it do?
What's up?
It's the real Supa D Young back.
What?
I feel so lonely. I didn't have nobody to call and drag me. Y'all was just get a man's perspective. But we did make sure everybody been DJ so these little people know we're here.
What's that?
Y'all, we have a special guest today. She's amazing. Her motive, her foundation, her goal, basically their brand is based on a very important but sometimes pushed to the side some cannibal, something of that nature. Yeah, that. So, yeah, like just following her and getting to know her personally over the last probably about 5 years is really great to know. Oh, can you turn me down? A little But yeah, to meet and build these type of relationships, it means so much to me because we all go through different stuff, not just women, but men, women, and to meet and connect with these type of people and get more intellect on certain things that people go through. Your story, your testimony may be one thing and somebody else is totally different, but y'all still experiencing the same emotional discomfort and things like that. So I'm happy to have Adrena here. Y'all been calling her Erin forever, but that's actually the name of her brand. Erin's Necklace. And I think that's going to be part of, that's going to be my hot tea for the day. We're going to do deep into that. But I'm not going to even tell y'all what it's based on. I'm going to tell everything because I want y'all to keep that side. Nothing like that person's side other than somebody who's saying, oh, like with a dad. Your definition of dad might be totally different than me being a dad, creating that for my brain. It makes two different stories. You might feel one way, I might feel something else. Y'all know I gotta get into my little group thing. Look like she can't come back to the because she went in my ear. But for whatever reason, I've been having on my label new collection. Shout out to my BFF theory in the label new collection. With this, let me show y'all what I got this shit on. Because I've been feeling ugly all week, so I had to go get done up. Shout out to Portia Pace, leading me down today. She made me late, y'all. Shout out to Portia Pace for this. I do this every week, y'all. But come on, Bomo, now you on my shit. Anyway, fucking on my drip. Y'all see me in there with my collection with my camo too. It's actually a two-piece. It's like I call them one piece. I like because I don't really wear things like that. So onesies work perfect for me. I have it all in one. But yeah, I got my little everyday moves on, sneakers on. Not too much. It's like I can't hear you. Oh, they go with the music. I can't even afford that, y'all. I never knew what that was until one of them rappers said something about fit. What is my music? Y'all know my nigga fat. He can't even fit that. They don't even make his size. Like, I don't know nothing about that.
Yes, they do.
Oh, now you trying to get me to the trick off. I changed my life now.
I'm like, you know me, Mary jeans, Chinatown t-shirts, fresh bag.
See you on Chinatown.
It's a street brand. It's been around for a long time. Costs about $100.
Oh, I can't know what it is.
Slice shit. But I don't really do all that, man. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga get drunk every day. Y'all listen. Every day. We FaceTime Friday every day, very seldom every other day, and you be dripped out. I be inside, here in a ponytail, sideways, sticking all over, toe up, just looking like, and I leave the house, go to the store like that and everything. And so, today y'all wait, listen, I gotta stop doing it. I order food, right? So when the girl asks me who's my name, I spell it out because I know if I say Supa D, they're gonna know this is me. So I just spell it out. So after I spell it out, she says, Supa D, oh, you have to come in. Y'all, I was fucked up. You hear me? Ponytail cocked to the side, flyaways everywhere, just toe up.
Glasses on.
No glasses, because y'all made my glasses. Just all toe up, bro. And I just walked in there just smiling at like, it's me, Supa D.
That's cool.
But we got a commercial, y'all. We be right back with some industry inside. And I got some good people, sex people reviews. I haven't had any, but
back with the bullshit. gotta pay the bills, but y'all know that now. We coming back, y'all sticking around with us.
Like the lead is like 8
You're listening to MoTeaVation on Music Exchange Radio Network, Thursdays, 7 p.m.
Another one. Major Key. DJ Kid. Can't understand how it lasts so long. All seven superpowers last 223,000 hours, and it's 'cause I'm on the CC and I'm on the Hennessy. Like it wouldn't come this man. Ain't free. I got girls that should've made pay for it. Got girls that should've made wait for it. I got girls that can't slip right back home. Stand for the day for you. Got attitude on 99. On my wine. Stomach on flat. Oh, what's that? Yeah, I need it all right now. Last year I had drunk, girl, not right now. I was never gonna chat what we talking about. You the only one I know to feel. Man, I always wondered if you asked yourself, is it just me? Is it just me? Is this so good? I should never free. Is it just me? Yeah, is it just me? Is this so good? I should never free. I know you work that and every day college degree. Ain't nobody that you don't even know you're free. Why? You only do it on me, right? Yeah, double checking on you. You know I never put the pressure on you. You know that you live your own life, yeah. You knew what it was when you sang, yeah. Now you gotta run it up. I be out of words trying to sum it up. Then you throw it back like one love. You don't let me slash on the field, bro. Yeah, I try to have a strong one night. Even though you're in the hood, still coming out. Get straight to your bus, yeah. Just one thing, can't get a push, yeah. I always wonder if you ask yourself. Is it just me? Is it just me? Is this so good? I should let it breathe. Is it just me? Yeah. Is it just me? I should let it. Another one. You can put it in the
This place really makes me happy. MoTeaVation really makes me happy. I've been sad for the last 5 years or something. I'm not going through menopause, I don't think.
Oh wow.
I've just been sad, just crying and shit. It's a lot. What's happening?
Man, I am beyond blessed. I'm feeling amazing. I am fucking happy to be here more than ever.
I'm happy now that I'm here.
I hope everybody's having an amazing day, an amazing week. I hope you got your son, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? I hope you got your son. If you smoke, I hope you got you some of that. If you drink, I hope you got you some of that.
I didn't get
amazing.
And I mean, but let's get right into things. That made me sad. I was like to say something else. I'm not going there. So we're gonna get straight into this industry inside. So as everyone knows, Young Dolph was killed today in Memphis, Tennessee, his hometown. Seems to be in his neighborhood where he grew up at. I don't really know. That's Lord production.
We get a turn down. Turn me down. I ain't never thought I'd tell anybody that. Man, turn me down.
I like being up.
Turn me on.
But it's really, really, really sad. And I've heard so many different things and stuff like that. None of that really matters. It's just the fact that, of course, another black man was killed by another black man. And they're successful, they have a family, they have kids, and vice versa. If the shoe was on the other foot, it's like, when that shit just gonna be just beneath us at whatever point. And it's just so sad knowing from our community, people that we know, and it's like you wanna be home, you wanna support your stomping grounds where you're from. But if I've been this successful, what am I really coming back here for? I could do what I do from somewhere else. And I've heard a lot of people, I've even had arguments about this when they say stuff about Wayne. Like, okay, what am I coming back here for? You could have did the same thing I did. I really wholeheartedly believe that. And I know people won't feel how they won't feel, and y'all do one thing, I don't give one fuck. But when God bless me and I'm successful, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, because still today when I'm not successful to the point where I'm financially able to give hundreds of thousands of dollars and give back to the community, when the hatred is that real and other people talk, you have to protect yourself. You can't feel like, oh, I ain't gonna let the nigga feel like I'm a bitch ass nigga, I'm going in my hood. You got to think behind that. Your level of maturity, your mental have to change because, yeah, you might be like that, but it's a grimy, hungry nigga that'll do just what just happened to this man and that happened to other men that feel like that. Like, it's really sad. You have to really get in that mind frame and you can't let the outside world make you feel no less than, because we don't know what these people do, you know what I'm saying? But you going by, oh, because he don't never pull up in the hood. What the fuck am I coming in the hood for? I work hard to get the fuck out there. What am I coming back there for?
I think Meek said it better. Meek said, and I'm in a $500,000 car.
When am I going to the hood? I'm going on your drive. Fuck what you talking about.
Spot me from 10 blocks away. You probably in a Ford Focus.
Where did they let me out? Why?
Never see you coming.
I can't even see you. Well, that's no shade, but everybody, it's every time for me. Y'all know I love him. He say this all the time. We got the same 24 hours. So whenever I been fucked off all day, I be mad with myself because all I can hear is this man that mentors me on a daily. I listen to what he say. He wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And still to this day, my mentality ain't there yet. I be like, I'll wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning for nothing. But that may be what's hindering me. But that's something I got to live with every day and work on or whatever to make me better. But for me, 3 o'clock ain't it. But that might be why I ain't where I'm supposed to be. But we all have the same 24 motherfucking hours. So whatever you choose to do, that's all I'm doing. Don't knock me trying to take me out because I chose to do otherwise with my 24 hours.
I think that's like, not really passed off because in this age, like a lot of people, they can be feeling entitled. You see other people's success, how people change.
I don't understand
and actually feel entitled to it without putting the work in. You know what I'm saying? That shit plain suffering. That shit plain time. This shit ain't easy. I'm just saying.
I literally ask God every day to continue to humble me, but if you know me, you know. When it's fuck you, it's fuck you. Like it really don't be no coming back. But I got friends that nobody don't even know that when I was going through the shit I was going through, this was on the phone with me for hours, or I'm crying, come and sleep over, all kind of shit. Them bitches was helping me write the book. One of my friends, she on here right now, she a teacher. This bitch sat there and typed half of the book for me, like people that really put in work. That no matter what they know, bitch, I'ma look out. Cause I'm not gonna stop till I make it. But it's some other motherfuckers that just feel like, oh, when they will make it, bitch, I ain't doing a fucking thing for you. Right, cause you ain't even trying to help me, but if I get there, you want something. What have you done? Bitch, it could be a phone call. And that hurts my jerks. People that really have your number, know you for real, and literally look at you on social media and never say, well, let me see if this bitch alright. Bitch, you know what I'm watching. Social media is a business.
It's not a check on you type.
Yeah, it's a business. Don't. And that's personally.
And I think that's why our conversation that we had in the past, you know what I'm saying, suicide is all time high in amongst black men, you know what I'm saying, because it's unfortunate that it is checking on anybody.
Well, that's because the people I have chosen to surround myself by, they check on me. It's times that my cash app ding, 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 ding. I don't care. It might be 5 hours, it might be 20 hours, but I want you to take time out to do that. You know, people, even in social media, they don't have my phone, they inbox me. You know what I'm saying? People who you would think that's not even paying their attention will be there. But just like you said, we have the same 24 hours, we still have the same capabilities of watching who we surround ourselves. You know? If you can't check on me, I just posted this the other day. If I can't count on you, you can count me out.
I told them, and I think I
You count me out. And that means for everybody. So if they're not calling and checking on you, then that's all on you to reevaluate your story. But that's not on their people.
Big facts.
If you let them have the open door to come in and out, taking you and all that, that's what people gonna do. You have to control your narrative. If you ain't checking on me, I ain't checking on you.
For sure.
And
I just had a situation, I'm gonna cut you off. I just had a situation this week, trying situation, and it just let me know how many people I had in my corner that actually was like, fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? That's what made me reevaluate a lot of shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a blessing, and that comes from the type of person that you are. So a lot of people, you know, if you don't get that love reciprocated and shit, it's something that you got to question about yourself also. You know what I'm saying?
So think about the things that we always listen to what people say, but we don't listen to what people don't say. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel like they can't check on you because they may not have what you might need. But little do they know, the need might be just an ear, but they don't know it. And then if I could be honest with you, people need me. So a person will feel like, what would I have if I don't have that enough? You know what I'm saying? Not even knowing, like you say, not even knowing, because it could be a phone call. And people think it's like $100, like you need $5, let me know I was just on your budget for it.
People, I hate that because I'm not that person. If I listen to me, like, be like, you be DM people back. Some of the shit that these women DM me, yeah, I do. I'm looking at my DM, like this some shit, delete, block, whatever. But I do take the time out of almost everybody that DM me. I tell them something, like, you don't know what the people that was fucking. This girl just got killed about a week or two ago. That girl DM me probably 2 weeks ago. And that girl said, you probably don't remember me, but I'm XYZ, we used to all be on friends together. I said, girl, how could I forget? Bitch, I ain't nobody. I don't play that, I don't remember you shit. Bitch, I remember you when I was catching up with all freshmen and walking up freshman, like the freshman. I remember you. And a month later, down there, this girl shot and killed. That, I swear, I cried because all I thought about was what if I was one of those fake ass bitches and never would even acknowledge that girl. And now this girl dead. Like, that shit would have mentally fucked me up. I felt like this ass, fake ass bitch, and that's not my character. I'm not gonna. And the shit that people come back and tell me. Somebody else told me, man, bitches go into a thing, man, I fuck with them. I don't care whether mine or ain't she big and she see me, she holler at me. I don't be with that fake shit, so when people don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me because of your own personal reasons, what you probably heard or what you thought. And you don't even know me because I ain't even like that shit back to me. I don't do that. Because you never know. And back to the dog situation, it be you don't want people to feel like you think he's better than them. I could just imagine when you're that big, I would be, because I'm like that now. I don't want to like that, I really don't. If you walk up to me and talk to me, I was talking back to you, bitch, I ain't no blue or nothing like that, but I get it. But when you get to a certain level of success, you have to be guarded and guarded. You know what I'm saying? About who you
just have to be
You can't be that successful and you don't need security. Or you don't need this because you do it. Your mindset is totally different.
I had to grow out of that myself. You know, I'm still growing out of it just because of what we call it. You know, what we used to. Like, you gotta understand the value of yourself, so you might not see it. That's the thing. We be so humble.
Y'all think
we be so humble. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, when the girl DMs you, you end up back to them. You ain't nobody. You see, like, why is it? But to somebody else, you know what I'm saying, who literally has nothing, no type of nothing, no motion, no nothing, they just sitting around hating somewhere, saying some negative shit about people all day because they really don't got shit going on. You gotta think about it. That's fucking 90% of people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's just in the hood somewhere, like, come on, man, conversations about other people's pockets and other people's accomplishments because they ain't got nothing to do. They just sitting
And they wouldn't have no conversation with you.
I can't be sitting around here with you.
Can't do that.
I don't have that to do.
Ain't gonna do that. I don't want to talk about nobody.
I think so stressed out with this and stuff, I can't.
I naturally have to talk about other people because I care about other people.
Yeah, but not on no hate
I
man
don't know
shit.
hate shit. That's what I'm saying. I don't have time. I gotta talk about your dog and your grandchildren, and you know what I'm saying? Then I got my daughter and my girl, and you know what I'm saying?
We got real important shit to be doing, not that. But I would like to again give my condolences to the family, the PRE, the whole gang, everybody. Y'all have my deepest sympathy. Shout out to Quint on my line. shout out to Joey Spice Young. I give my deepest sympathy because I already know that since 7-8 years when we met on the set with them. So I know this is a hard one for y'all over there. Y'all have my deepest.
Big thanks, man. Shout out to my guy, you know what I'm saying? That's dog little cousin. You know what I'm saying? Real cool dude. I like his music, everything. Real solid individual, all this. Unfortunately, that shit really fucked up my whole day. Like my whole train of thought right now. Today was supposed to be an amazing day for me, which it was. I ain't gonna stop it, but it was like it had a cloud over it. You know what I'm saying? His dog was really my guy. I really fuck with him, and like one of my little cousins, he really fuck with him tough. He done called him in several places, took pictures with him a couple different times and shit. So like he off in Chicago at work, he called me also, and he just like, you know what I'm saying, like even though our real kindness, he had the heart about it. You know what I'm saying? That shit really unfortunate.
People just don't know how stuff take effect on people for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying?
That man had a family, outside of all of that, like, yeah, we know him as young dogs, entertainment, and all of that, but I'm more sure, like, he was Adolf to his dad, to his mom and his dad, and that man, you know what I'm saying, siblings, whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, his family's children, period, like, how you could, I don't even understand how, as a black man, just me, just where I'm at in life, like, it ain't gonna get, if you're not trying to harm my family, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so big of a
I'm letting it go, bro. I value my life, you know what I'm saying? This shit really bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all treat me out my position, man. Some bullshit.
Cause that's all it is.
You know, treat me. I don't want nobody looking at my kids' face crying and shit like that. Like, nah, because that ain't what's up at all. So, if you know, your definition of a real nigga is going out, leaving the people that care about you stranded on their own, you know what I'm saying, mourning, like,
they could have been sad and about to change their mind.
Let's start changing the narrative out there, like, man, that shit wasn't that bad, that man was getting money, putting other people in position, you know what I'm saying, hearing a bunch of positive shit. I saw that he took a troubled teenager, and it was a white boy. I mean, excuse me, like, you know what I'm saying? He took him in for 24 hours. I was coming in with him. His mom said he was getting in trouble at school and shit, acting out. Thought like, man, let me come stay with you for a day. You know what I'm saying? Man, what? You know what I'm saying? That's big, man. That shows up like a totally different shit. You know what I'm saying? Just hear it. I saw him give a Lamborghini away, like to one of his fans. People be doing shit like that.
And for whatever reason we feel like, you know, that's all they come. But we're going to think on this next subject. We get straight into the hot tea of the day. Ooh, the hot tea. Wait.
I need another water.
And I'm gonna give y'all them super thanks for the day. I got enough stuff for that.
There we go.
We got a couple of shit already
Y'all sticking that with us, bro.
You're listening to MoTeaVation on Music Exchange Radio Network, Thursdays, 7 p.m. My friends in the industry, my brothers, they were killing me up back. They ain't heard about me, you don't know me more than that. Got me up, hey, yeah. No friends in the industry, my brothers, they were killing me up back. I was never sorry when I checked for that act. Still everything I said and never took it back. No friends in the industry, I had to drop me out between my brothers and my enemies attack. Never started people wanna keep it back. They were doing something, now we really something back. See, I was doing everything to my people. Yeah, I'm gonna know the books of things for my people. Yeah, I heard some people say they know me as my people. People tell us say that I don't got people. That's about the brain, you can say you got the streets. So I'm pushing them on me, I have no defense. I ain't always got like you in face with a meeting. I ain't looking up there, I'ma see it when I see it. Yeah, brothers, my brothers, they don't kill, that's a fact. Hey, and I'm rich and can't smoke my money, never track. Hey, you know that ass with me, I put it on like that. You can keep it on the track.
Y'all, I'm free.
We've been having all type of technical difficulties.
Y'all know Instagram really be hating on us. But no shade, Instagram, don't block me again. But we getting straight into it. Should I give you super sex secret before we get a little serious? Okay, so y'all know I haven't been having any super sex secrets for the past couple of weeks, but oh my God. So y'all know it was because I didn't have no flowers. So I get home, well, before I left, it went down. It went down. So listen, it was like, bitch, nigga, I miss you, let's get it in like teenagers. That type of high sweaty, all the bed way type of action. Like it really, it was like on a movie, it was so good. So like, then, right when I felt like it was about to go platinum, this nigga asked me for some head, but he still ain't had the flowers. So I really, y'all listen, I wanted to give some head so bad. It was like, no, yeah, no, yeah. But y'all gotta listen to Supa D. I held my fucking ground, didn't give him the lead. Don't play with me. I stood my ground. I promise, you know I wouldn't lie, I stood my ground. So look, when I did come back from out of town,
not standing their ground.
This nigga had flowers everywhere, y'all. I mean, from the front door to the back, flowers all over the road, to the tub only. So I said, oh, you really must have was missing out on the egg. That nigga said, I ain't gonna lie. That pussy was so good, I said, fuck that.
It get like that.
I said, bro, well, what the flowers was for next time?
See what I'm saying? That's just what I'm saying. It's like a football season. You can get a man a bye week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It was going like 2 bye weeks. I was pissed about the flowers. All you had to do was bring the flowers.
You were just being dramatic.
Wasn't being dramatic. Anyway, now we're gonna get right into this hot seat. So, we're going to y'all know I told y'all I always call her Erin. So Erin's nesting place is the name of her brand. But we're going to introduce and let Adrena tell us how and where Erin's nesting place come from, how did it start, and what was your motivation to start and continuously build your brand. I see everything, like she don't stop, and it really motivates me a lot because I am a type of person that's very lackadaisical and I could just not do what I'm supposed to do, but to see that motivates me, especially with this, to continue to come no matter what, sick or not, just call me on live, I'm gonna try my best. But this is my first time doing something this consistent and I'm happy about it.
Shout out to that.
So, without
Shout out to the MoTeaVation over there at the end of the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm motivated and I don't even know.
let's get into it. Give us the tea.
She always calls me Erin.
Always.
And then she asks me, well, what is that name come from? And I hate being on this type of setting because it looks like I come to bring the flowers, you know what I'm saying? But not really. But my name is Adrena. But I came up with Erin's, that was, Erin was a daughter's name that I had, that I didn't have. So since I didn't birth her, like in real life, I birthed her in a business. So when people ask me why I go so hard about it, it's because like I'm speaking up for the child that I didn't get to have and the reason why I didn't have her. So like I tell people, a lot of people who don't really know me don't know that I went through a domestic violence situation. Like, we talked about those and how when you leave, I left and I came back and everybody never really asked me when I came back, like, what happened? Like, where you been at? I was married for some years and left New Orleans with in Dallas. I came back in the hood and everybody was like, oh, something bad, what are you doing? And it just was never asked me. Never ever asked me. And so now it's like 10, 15 years later and I'm talking about it and people are like, well, I never knew you went through that. And I said, because y'all never really asked. And just like we just talked about, people never really pick up the phone and say, well, girl, how you doing? That goes for the same. When I came back, nobody said, well, girl, how you doing? I just came back. But then you come back and I came back different. They say you lose yourself in certain situations. I totally lost myself. I was married to a man that I thought that was supposed to be like my soulmate. That's like they say you're supposed to listen to your parents, number one. He had some issues and red flags that I told you bypass, or because I could save him, or I could make him better, or because that's my husband, and we gonna be together, and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes, you know, that same person who you trying to save can make you sick. Fast forward, we in a relationship, you know, everything was all cool. Kids started coming into play. Men don't really understand sharing the time. You know what I'm saying? They can really be jealous of their children. Next thing you know, it starts from us fussing to he drug me on the floor from like here to that bar. When I came up, the carpet had burnt all my forehead out. So when I came up, like my skin was frying like chicken. Like you can hear it was still frying. I was down to like the white from here to here.
Man, I'm sorry that you had to endure that. That is really, really fucked up and unfortunate. I mean, speaking my language, y'all know I get carried away because I got a lot of passion behind that shit. And I'm a brother, bro. I won't ever put my hands on a beautiful black woman. Just me, period. I know what I'm capable of, and I don't give a fuck what come out your mouth. There ain't nothing that you can make me say that's just gonna bring me that far, because I'm not that insecure.
But we gotta be mindful. Now, violence, I mean, domestic violence is not just you putting a hand on a woman. There's 9 types of violence. You know what I'm saying? There's emotional, there's financial, you know, there's some ones I want to put a category to. If they give me 5 minutes, I'll tell them why. I feel like people who know you in beef, you come around, you come to the second lines, you get other people shot in the process of knowing you hide. That's like a community abuse. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother different thing. You know, men who like to keep women pregnant because they think, you know, you keep having these babies, we gonna be together forever. Or women who want to keep having these babies to make a man be with them. You know, and then the physical, when it starts to be emotional, physical, I heal from. You know, I got these things in my lips that people just think I just got lips, but these are like permanent. Bust lip 1 week, next lip that week. Ain't no going to no hospital. I had to heal myself. Another reason why I chose not to have the child that I was going to name Aaron, I already had one son during my domestic violence situation. We used to fight while I was pregnant. So when my son was born, I was going into labor and I see all these nurses running in the room and I'm not understanding what's going on because my child didn't have a heartbeat because he had been turned upside down and the umbilical cord was hanging. So when he came out purple. People don't know my relevancy behind purple. Not only is it a cut of domestic violence, but like I watched my child turn from purple to his skin tone color and come back to life. You know, and did I want to go through that again? No, but he thought he was going to get me into that situation where I'd have been bound and not being able to leave him. Fast forward, you think I left? No, still kept going. I almost killed him. Like I literally almost committed murder. Like I pulled his own 9mm on him after we had a whole day of shebang, and I pulled it, but it didn't go. So when people ask me why you go so hard, because they got somebody that's gonna be in my same situation and wish they had me, you know. And not so much of that. Fast forward, come back to New Orleans after I leave Dallas, the domestic violence situation, and people talk about you because they see how you move, but they don't know why you move the way you move, you know. So when I came back different. I was bitter, I was mad, I was bitchy. I wanted to attack everybody. I went from being an abuser to being abused to being an abuser. And when I say abuser, like anybody, I had it out. I had it out so bad that I had to, it's like, I left him in like 2001. It's going on, it's 2021. That was 20 years ago, and I'm still trying to find my heart. People see me go to church, they say like, oh, she's saved now. Yeah, because guess what? God had to restore some things.
Come on now.
When they say God gonna give you back everything that you lost, I ain't trying to bring God into the situation, but I ain't got no other choice. You understand? I mean, when you invite me, you gotta know that you're inviting God into the situation, because there's no way I could come here and talk about anything dealing with me and not tell you about God. Because people like, how you know that God is in the midst? First of all, baby, let's go backwards. Not only that, I started out with him, but before then, I was molested as a young girl. So I started out in issues. When my mama had me, she had me in 10 feet of snow and she broke her leg from the top to the bottom. So I had to go live with somebody else. Life been started. When they say we were born in sin, poster boy girl, okay? And I never tell people don't listen to what I say and feel sorry for me. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to set an example. Not for nobody to be sorry for me. It's because I want to set an example. I wish I had me back then. If I had a me that would tell me, sister, it's gonna be all right. If somebody would have told me I was valuable back then, this nigga was pimping me, okay? If we could lay it on the table, because I like to air it out. I'm not a fake person. I can only give you what I could give you. I never wanted to give people my inside, but now that I'm open, I'm all the way open. Because I never want nobody to say, oh, you're giving half of the story. Because when you tell it, you gotta tell it all. You can't be like, oh, God did something, but you're not gonna say what all you had to go through. He had to pull me through something.
It's a testimony.
Yeah. From that station of me trying to kill this man, I was in a car with a dude that got shot up. This car got shot up. This man's face was gone, and the bullet never touched you. I had to pull him out the car at 4 o'clock in the morning.
God got a plan. That's why I tell people.
Ain't seen the people pull off, shoot the car off, or pull off.
And nothing happened. That's when I get on here all the time and I say, y'all know I'm an ad, I'm a be me. But everything I've been through, it's only been God. Because the me that I know, it'll definitely be over.
Let's talk about
like, I've been in the same position as far as not physical abuse. In high school, me and my high school boyfriend used to fight, but not saying it's no different, but it never got to that extent because we was in high school. You fight girls, I don't like fighting boys, and I'm gonna fight you though, because I'm a fighter. So now I understand you up and all that. I'm 18 years old, just enough of that, moving right along. But I have been in a relationship for 9 years with emotional abuse. People don't understand it, especially like she said, I didn't leave this time, I didn't leave that time. I've done the same thing knowing that this person, prayed and asked God to show me that this person ain't the one. He showed me, but I still never left. So it only took God to really say, that's enough. Because if you just gonna do it on your own, you ain't gonna never do it. Let me step in. And that's what my motive is for women and teenage girls. Bitch, I don't care who you fuck. I don't care who you fucking with. When you come to me and talk to me, bitch, I'm only telling you from my experiences. And it's to motivate you to do whatever you want to do and stand on it. Because when I was in the streets doing me, couldn't nobody tell me nothing. I stood on it. But like today now, when I made the conscious decision to not go backwards, I don't care what nobody think about me as far as, oh, she was this, she was that. That's who I was. Bitch, you will never get to even know this new me. That's not, you're not even a part of this new change. So like Aaron said, when it comes to, oh, I gotta leave, you have to make that decision. But where are those people that say, well, damn, this bitch been gone all that time, but she just popped back up? You not saying that other people don't care, but other people are not compassionate for their so-called friends and stuff. Just because you feel like maybe they look at Aaron again. Maybe they look at a dream and say, oh, she was living good or this, you know, whatever the circumstances was.
And sometimes we don't leave ourselves open enough for somebody to even come and ask us.
Because they feel like, oh, she ain't gonna tell me.
And not only that, I took responsibility. I came back mad. Didn't I tell you that? I came back mad. I came back
bitter. I was so bitter. You a baby. You couldn't even bring a baby around me. I didn't like no pregnant people. None. And I was nasty. A nasty old bitch. Any bitch that had a baby, you was pregnant, I was nasty because the person that I felt like was my soulmate, who I was gonna be with and have a family with, then we made 2 babies on me. And I waited all this time to have a baby with you, and this what you do. So that left me at a bitter, broken place. But
and like I said, mine was pimping me, so that's why I was always about money.
Okay.
And everything that I was driven about was about what I could get from anybody. If I can't get nothing from you, baby, I don't need you. That used to be my verbiage. But guess what? The stuff that I was getting, where's that now? If you really look back at things that, you know, if you a person that you move for money, go back and I want you to tell me, where's that? Where's that? Do you still have it?
I literally just had this conversation.
Can we agree though that like those experiences, as rough as they be, as tough as they be, it's necessary like a motherfucker when you look back because it creates the person that's sitting here today. You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't be as well rounded as you is if it wasn't for those specific situations. And I had to look at that. I had to embrace shit my own self. You know what I'm saying? You know personally. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look yourself in the mirror sometimes.
And most men don't do that. That's big. That's big.
And a lot of men come to me and talk to me, and what I'm trying to get in the Aaron's Nest also is men that don't mind reaching out to me. we got a platform where women don't mind talking all day, but where's the space for women?
Yup.
And a lot of women don't understand that. I kind of agree with them sometimes. I'm not always or attack the man.
Me
you know
too.
what I'm saying? Because
That's why I always.
I got a little half man, half woman inside of me. So it's like sometimes I can understand where they coming from, and I know me as a grown woman now. Back then, we was wild, crazy, you know, just doing things just because we wanted it our way. It was a my way or no way type of thing.
As
So
a man,
I'm
that's
mad
like
that I'm a little
appreciative as hell, because it's like, especially like as a black man, might I add, because we really have, all right, when we walk outside the door, it's like everybody's against us. You know what I'm saying? My mom been telling me that since day one. You're born with 2 strikes against you, you're black and you're a man. You know what I'm saying? So on top of it, they've shifted the black woman to hate us. You know what I'm saying? To think they could do it on their own, to just like, nothing wrong with an independent woman at all, but you can't do it on your own. It wasn't designed for that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. Everybody is supposed to find love, and it's out there, but it's like once you let your situation hinder you, you know what I'm saying? That's not God's fault. It's like you dwelling on what happened to you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of letting it go like what you're supposed to go. And that's really prolonging you from finding what you're supposed to have, what you have out there for you. So like me as a man, I can't let my past situations hinder me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be open to love. I gotta be open. Just because I might have had one failed relationship.
Fellas, where you at?
You know what I'm saying?
Words, where you at? You hear that? Say it again.
I can't do that just because I had one failed relationship. This one
It
didn't
don't
work
mean
out.
they all gonna
It don't
fail.
mean that. I gotta be open to it, and I can't feel like all women are hoes or all girls are stupid or some shit like that. Like, nah. It depends on you as an individual, and how you growing, how you developing. You know what I'm saying? The way that you giving people the benefit of the doubt, are able to step outside yourself or your own ego. You know what I'm saying? And just think about the effects that you as a person may have on somebody else. You know, their decision making or whatever. That shit come with growth.
Bro, that's so big. Listen, I have a very close friend that I tell this to all the time. I'm like, bro, you can't let your past relationships hinder you from real love because you want it. You told me that's what you want, but you will never get it because you're fighting it because of what another woman did you. You can't do that. The person you was then, you wasn't even ready to really receive that because you were still sleeping around and doing this and doing that. So whatever turmoil that you experienced then, that's then. You think I'm gonna sit here and hinder myself from real love with my dogs running around with my white picket fence and my...
So what you call hindrance real love? Because baby, I ain't dated in a while. And I don't feel like I'm hindrance every time you see and I'm smiling. Because at the end of the day, I got a relationship. I am in a relationship.
With yourself.
I'm in a relationship
Right,
with myself.
so listen,
I
I
don't.
don't...
How can I even, and then they say,
So tell me this, why...
I ain't gonna look.
Don't go look, that's wrong, red flag.
Okay.
So, of course I know people try to talk to you. You cute,
I ain't even in no position for nobody. I'm not lying. Oh God. I ain't in. If they ain't in church or at the work job or coming around Aaron's nest, where we gonna bump heads at? I barely even go to the store. I order my groceries online.
You're not even...
Because that's what
so
I'm not
why?
available. I'm not available. Sis.
But why?
Because I'm loving me right
Okay,
now.
so
I'm in a
listen,
relationship.
nothing is wrong
Because
with
I
that. My
want to
next
be good
question
for the
was-
next person. I can't be good for them if I'm not good
That's
for
what I was about to
me.
ask you. So right now, are you working on yourself and you just didn't block it out? That's what I was
I
asking.
kind of blocked it off a little bit because you can tell you why.
It's only your time to do.
It's on my time. And guess what? Because I took a little dip in between to try it out. I know that it works, but I want to be effective. I want to be effective with somebody, not infect somebody. You understand what I'm saying?
listen.
So if somebody find me and you really looking for love and you come up on me and I'm
And I
not
can't
ready,
give that.
I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm honest. I don't even know if I can give it to you. I don't even know if I even got it
As
like
a
that.
man,
And I
a lot
respect
of
it.
us don't, I think this is frowned upon, a lot of us don't understand how important it is to have that. People should be jumping from relationship to
Oh my
relationship.
God.
Thinking that other people could fix you,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
And they can.
And you don't give yourself enough time, it's like you're always thinking about what you're losing, what you're walking away from, and not understanding what you're gaining, and that's yourself. And that's a peace of mind, and that's just time to think without nobody else's opinion or how they gon' feel about it. That shit way heavy when we
Because you still fighting your own battle.
And it's a part of your process. Let me tell you another thing. I can't speak for everybody else, and I'm gonna be honest. When I get with a piece of something that moves my spirit, I'm supposed to be going right, and next thing you know, I'm going left. Okay? So that's another reason why I do withhold myself, because if I know I have a goal, I have a vision, I got a plan in mind, I gotta stick with the plan, because you gotta know self. If I know me, baby, you rub me the wrong way and tell me this, that, and the third.
But that's yourself.
I ain't gonna listen, I ain't got no work today. Knowing I got 3 jobs, I ain't got no job. You need me,
But that's what I was about to say. No, this is what I was about to get into. I tell everybody this, you have to be okay with yourself. So after all the TJB shit, my goal was to be single for at least a year so I could find myself. And
sometimes it takes longer than that.
Right. So listen, that's what I just gave myself.
Me so long, I'm in a whole nother body.
Yeah, let me get there. So for me, I felt like, okay, I just need a year to myself. That year was fine. I really learned and fell in love with me, but for whatever reason, I still wanted that somebody. So, like shit always comes circling around, here come business. But this is my friend. This is somebody that I know that I could tell anything to. We have this BFF relationship, but we also have a chemistry that is unmatched. So I knew moving forward, don't fuck with that. I knew it, but I still did it because that's what the flesh wanted to do. What I tell you all the time, I beg because I know that flesh gonna win all the time if I ain't doing what I'm supposed to do, feeding my spirit and feeding my flesh. And I did that, and now I'm where I am today in this fucking love triangle that I have to force myself to leave somebody that I know that's in love with me and I'm in love with him, but it's too much because it ain't right.
Listen,
it's right, but it ain't right. It's got some shit going on.
As a man, today, I'm just now understanding that, like, all right, and this is more so.
Hold on.
It's more so.
Let me say this last part. The reason why like she said, she's in a different space, she's in a different body. I'm still in transition, but I'm damn sure different from who I was 5 years ago. So the things that I would just let bypass, because, oh, I got time, whatever. I'm not doing that now because it's too much that I'm on my knees crying out, praying for, but I'm still over here fucking up. I can't do that when I know better. So I got to beat my own self at this game that I'm playing with myself because I know better. So it ain't, like you say, it's about you when you get to that place.
Right.
And
it's like a rebirthing, you know the rebirthing?
Yes, you know I know what rebirthing is. And
it's like, it's not only,
it feels different.
It's not a competition with me and nobody else. It's that mirror. See me? Because see, it's Adrena and it's Pretty P over here. See Pretty P? She's something. She be saying, oh, you waiting on God to give it to you, but 5 minutes, I bet y'all make you enough money where you can go do everything you need to do for this year, next year, and the year too. Come on. You be saying, girl, sit down somewhere. Nobody not doing no more of that, girl. We walking with gold now.
See why she is saying? Because this is my life.
Back forward. So before we can even venture out with the triangle, meaning putting a third party in there, because now you're talking about a third party. Because if I bring a man into my situation, that's me, him, that's me, Adrena, and Pumpkin, and the man. It's a whole reason. He don't even know who he's dealing with every day. Exactly. So then I'm inviting you into my life that I don't even know what's going on. Like you say, you're battling with yourself.
Battling.
That's what I say.
Can't identify.
You gotta look at self first. That's why I say it's a rebirthing. Because when I looked in that mirror and I really looked at myself, I ain't like nothing about me. Nothing about me. Everything. And yesterday, some things I didn't even know that I ain't even like. Let me tell you another part. It's not just about the domestic violence. Like, I was a community person on a negative side. Now I'm on the positive side. But you know what I'm saying. So people know you because I was into coping with all of my situations. All the different things I laid out for y'all. I had this, that pill, this. I done sold it, swung it, took it, and all that. And when you on a mind-altering substance, you're thinking that's what you like. I've always been a club. I've been VIP everywhere I go. Any club they had in New Orleans had my name on the front door. And I like that as long as I was still coping with my bullshit, if I can be honest. But now that I'm in the rebirthing stage and I had to clean all that out and realize I ain't like none of that. So now that I'm sober, I still smoke my little weed. I need that. Got to have that, baby. I got the print. Got to be able to cut all them other noises out. So I ain't gonna even lie to you on that. But the rest of that stuff, I don't deal with that. Why? Because it makes me into a person that I don't really want to be. And now that I'm sober, half of that stuff I was doing that I said I liked,
you don't even like
that.
Like now, look what you just said. You said you battle with yourself. I do this all the time because it's like, yeah, Supa D, that's what gets the crowd going. The party and the turning up, yeah, that's cool. But the Wanda, D. Irvin, the psychologist, the youth mentor, that I don't like that. It's really not what people think. It's cool, it's fun, but I've been going to Rockefeller since I was 14, going through VIP because it's nothing that's old to me. But because that's in the social world now, you know, it's good for business. It looks fun. But
it ain't gotta be good for business. Because that ain't the business you want, then if that's what you got.
And that's where I'm transitioning to. And people that's from the outside looking in, you don't understand it. It is not for you to understand. Somebody asked me, we in a conversation about people, you know, cheating and this, that, and the other in relationships. I said, well, my mind was at mentally 5 years ago, I didn't really care. It ain't about my spouse, it's about me. When I was sleeping with this one and that one and getting all this money from these niggas and all that, my motive was the money. That's not my motive no more. So that don't move me. So if
Can we speak on that? We put a little pin in that. Let's go on that. When you say sleeping with all them different people, I can relate to that. But let me tell you, it's not just about the money and you being with them people. That's you giving away your spirit to all them different people. Then we're not understanding why I can't leave that one alone. Why I can't leave? Because you done dropped your spirit over here, over here, over there. He holding this, he holding that. He got a piece of that, he got that. Now we in a whole octagon or something. Because you got 8 people you done been laid with. And you
people don't understand that. So when you get to where we at, well, I'm even going further to where you at. People don't understand when I say, fucking right like that, bitch. No.
So I got the one that into the world. That's why. Yes.
Because it don't even feel right.
It don't feel.
It don't even. So why would I subject myself to feeling like a fucking scum bucket, a slime ball? Back then I ain't felt like that. Like you said, I'm rolling, I'm with whatever. So I know this how I really feel though. Because when I was in this transition and I laid down and didn't really want to be there, but I got to pay my rent and got to do this to do that, and felt like shit, I ain't give a fuck about no rent or none of that. And when I made that stand, none of that don't matter. God stepped in and showed me I've been told you to do that. But it, like you said, it was a battle.
It's a battle. But when I say a battle, I'm not battling meaning I want to do it sometimes. I'm doing it sometimes. I shut that whole door down. The only reason why I'm in this, I'll go to parties and stuff like that, and the only reason why I'm in this bubble is because we're doing this interview. But I made a vow to me and God, not nobody else.
You
and
can't put yourself in that position.
If you do, spirits is transferable. I'm watching people drinking. Next thing you know, all right, I'm gonna give me a little drink. You're watching people mix and mingle. Next thing you know, you're looking at people, man, and all that. You ain't got fine. But I would have been tempted if I would have put myself in that situation.
The flip side of the coin. And you know, like, as a man, I got caught up in this for a long time, and it's like, we always like to have control. You know what I'm saying? But I'm learning today that it's okay not to have control of everything.
Of everything, like your position
that's
is
a
your
part of our
position.
stress. That's a part of the shit that holds us back.
That holds us back.
You know
The suicidal thoughts
we
and all
want to
that.
have control of everything. We want this to be perfect. We ain't going for this. We ain't going for that. Who the fuck we think we is? And
then you mad at your old lady because you put all that shit on you. I told you I'll go get the children today. I told you I'll go to the store. What is you doing all that stuff?
You gotta step outside yourself.
Chill, relax.
People want to do these days. It's like male or female. You gotta step outside yourself. Like, even though, all right, this is what I know. You got a fucked up story, I got a fucked up story. Everybody got a fucked up story. So just accept that and step outside of yourself sometimes. It's like,
Some
of course.
people too busy worrying about what everybody got to say.
Yeah, that's life. Alright, you know, I mean, 99.9% of people, if you ask them, they'll say they don't care about what somebody think about it. But if you watch them, actions speak 10 times louder than words. Everything you do unconsciously shows that you care about what people think about you.
Definitely.
It's like a contradiction,
And that's
but
the reason why the
only
whole point
because
is
we
shutting the
human.
world out. When you shut the world out, when I say I don't hear it, I don't see it, I see it, but I can't react to it because bad things happen to good people. It all depends on how they react to it.
Good things happen to bad people.
That was from the other day. And that's
Good things
true.
happen to bad
Good things
people.
happen to
Don't forget
bad
about
people.
that.
But
Like-
the point of the matter is, and good things happen to bad people. But if we put ourselves in position, so if I'm gonna put myself in a position, I'm gonna put it in a place that some positive things can happen, not the negative. So that way, and if something bad happens, then I'm gonna check myself because guess what? Where I put myself. Because I need to be aligned with nothing but positivity. Then that's the case. I'm gonna take responsibility for that.
That's what it comes with.
That's what it comes with.
Responsibility.
And guess what?
Accountability.
And when people see me, I need you to see a person that when I talk about me, I go to church. Yes, I do. And I have to face the same people I done sold to, tricked with, ran the streets with, did some dirt with, made some deals, all that. All the people be in there too. And for you to sit there and still be your same self in front of the same people you was being a world of people for, and you ask me why I shut the world out, because if not, I'd have been going back. I'd have been going back. And one thing, if I go back, Corona, Katrina, Ida, TD, ain't nobody got nothing on me, auntie. If I come back out there, but it's not worth it.
It's not worth
it. And you know what? All that stress of all that stuff, people looking over your shoulder, pocket watching, seeing what you got, hating and all that. Hate on the fact that I'm sitting back chilling, waiting on the Lord. And I mean every day. I wake up every day. I got 2-3 jobs, and I'm gonna go on them jobs. But as far as like a plan, I got one eventually. But every day, Lord, what you want from me today? I'm up at 7 o'clock in the morning on the prayer line. I'm gonna get my positive thoughts in. Now, Lord, what you want me to do? Because if I get up and do what I want to do,
it's not gonna be.
We wouldn't be in here, but you know where I be at right now in the fitness stage. So if I don't wake up and put my body, my mind, my spirit under subjection every day, then guess what? Pretty P gonna be out there making a thing.
Word. Listen,
That's gonna give me chills.
because it's so real. Everybody that come in the morning be like, what that is? Come on now, you know that TV breaks.
It's the thing. Don't call me.
Because you know I'm worshiping.
You're going to the end. And you know what? After I end the call, I'm going to send you the line.
We don't play.
We all live, dog. Everybody, but it's because we face the real world and not afraid to take accountability. You need that structure. Your flesh is weak as
Because you
fuck.
can't say you want life and life abundantly when you're really not asking for it. So you mean to tell me, Lord, I ain't got to sell nothing?
Right.
My body. I ain't got to be bored
And
with
you
nobody.
still
I ain't got to do.
it.
And you still gonna do that? Like Pastor had to make me think about it today. Oh Lord, your light bill came. I got 2 rents, 2 lights, 2 insurances, 2 states. I stay paid taxes around here. Everything come in twos. Do it look like I'm worried? And I ain't sitting on no hill. I'm not. I ain't getting rich off the PPP. None of that. I got me a little coin. It wasn't enough for me to be going sitting back acting like I got something. I'm just saying. I got to sit back and wait on God like every day.
Bro, I don't agree to that so much because I really be sitting there like just the other day. Somebody just literally refunded me something that I paid for a year ago. And I wasn't tripping off. I was like, damn, my car insurance due. I'm moving this, that, and the other. But I just didn't trip. I kind of like brushed it off. And literally when I woke up this morning, I had $500 in my fucking Apple Pay.
He didn't say they was going for him.
And I was rejoicing. I'm like, people probably, if I tell them this, you know, if you're not there spiritually, they're like, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it's a big deal. Because bitches been plenty times I had to fuck for to pay my car insurance and pay my rent. So it's big for me. It might not be big for you, but it's big for me.
About people who say that call and check on people just to see if they're all right. That goes for the same thing. So just like you said, you could tell us because we understand. That should be everybody in your contact list. Because guess what? If we can't talk about what God bringing me, with you, the blessings, the this, the that, what are we talking about?
I'm going to hit you with the word. Got to hit you with the word. I don't care. Everybody who know me, my friends that I used to hustle with, sell with, whatever. You know what they all call me for? A word. I be big old Lord. I'm gonna give you a word. That's just me. That's what it is.
Because they want to keep judging the bad person. But it's like, once I knew God forgave me, God forgave myself. Y'all better watch out now, because guess what? I think I want something now. And it don't about be about no material stuff, because anybody know I'm not even a shopper. Every dollar I have goes into Aaron's Nest. I get a paycheck every Friday, and it goes back over there. I pay my rent, my lights, my stuff for my personal stuff, but like, I don't get to go shop. I don't get to go buy a little drink, my son does that for me. It's about me sowing the seed into what God's telling me to do. And if I can believe in a man that I think gonna come and save me, why can't I believe in this spirit that's gonna come with me everywhere I go, and I ain't never got to go hungry? And guess what? It's not just about the funds that he gave me the credit. You know what I mean? I could go anywhere. I could get a meal, I could get a drink, I could get a hotel room, I could get a ride, I could get a donation, I could get a call, what else you need me to name? I could get it. And I ain't gotta come out my purse, my wallet,
my pain. Hold on.
I ain't gotta give nothing away or
I
nothing.
can't believe y'all listen. Y'all know every time we get juicy, it be time to go, bro. It's your fault.
You gotta keep tapping in, and you gotta watch the people you surround yourself with. Like, I don't do we do our tea talk, and I love the Key Carol show. Yes, I do.
Shout out to Key Carol.
Because if I could go watch Love and Hip Hop with their drama, why can't I watch the people in this city and support the people, the locals here? Because I love to support my locals, okay? But at the end of the day, we have to put something in our life that's going to inspire us, ignite us. Because there be times that I be on the edge and letting Pretty P come on out, call her 3 times in the mirror like, hey, the man, she coming. But then it always never fails a ram in a bush call. Somebody call me or text me that shake me back up like, ooh, girl, I was about to go there. But you done call me or text me, get out my head.
I think I don't want you to go ahead, but I don't know.
What if it was the people that I was still surrounding myself with that was bucking me up? Then I would have got a buck up call, and I'd have been like, girl, come on. And next thing you know, we riding. And the next thing you know, boom, back.
I be getting bad when I be that friend. Like when Kyle be turned up or something, I'm doing that. I let her big, and then I'll be like, girl, don't worry about it. We gonna get on the front line in the morning. And she'll give me this look like
hard, but I be that friend.
she ran
Lord knows in the back of my mind, I'm going to turn up sometimes. Especially when they know what to tell me. But Pumpkin, they play with my child. Children and money, 2 things that I
don't play with me.
I be about ready to click out, but then I have to remind myself, God put me here to set an example. I was living in Dallas. That's where I could have been at. But God woke me up one morning and told me, he said, I want you to stop doing everything that you want to do and do what I told you to do. So I said, Lord, where you want me to go with it? I applied for 5 jobs in 5 different states, and God gave me a job here paying more money than I was making in Dallas. People like, oh, they got money in Dallas, but God showed me what I want you to do is over here. So when people see me outside, what you doing here? What you doing here? God sent me here. And then he tricky with it. He put me uptown, right in my stomping grounds. All I gotta do is walk out the door and make a move.
What he said? I'm gonna show you all. I'm gonna shine that light.
And they say you can't be holy and petty. God petty too, yeah.
He is very petty. Very petty.
Especially when you're down there.
Yeah. And he said, oh, you say you changed? Let me put you back up in there. Let me see.
Girl, I thought I was tripping. This is what happened to me.
And then the accountability, every time I leave out my door, I see somebody I know. I could go to the corner store, around the corner, here, there. I see somebody I know, so you know what that's saying? Or you say you changed, I'm going to see. Because now I'm putting somebody around every time you walk out that door.
I'm going to tell y'all this, and we got to go. Because we getting rolled out. But listen, y'all, I swear.
Because I can talk.
Girl, I don't never share up.
Man, stop it.
I called for more because they all kind of stuff after the show. Because I could have said this.
Facts.
But listen, just to add on to what she said, and this thing, y'all know, this ain't that, but y'all know my foundation is the word. So I'ma always, if you don't like it, you know my favorite.
Can we get a round of applause?
But this literally, and people that know me, even my dude, because I literally show him like, dog, I don't gotta prove nothing to nobody but me. I literally, somebody I used to, if they going send me a video of them literally with money from the floor stacked up to here and say, where you been?
Could have fainted. Could have fainted.
In church shopping.
In my backslide days.
Back off.
My backslide days.
But I didn't even like ever a dreamer. It's everybody. I didn't even have the urge, and that's no capping. Like I felt like that's just like damn, that's really what I used to think about myself. Like bitch, don't do that. Like I really got an attitude, got mad and blocked them, cause bitch don't do that. That's the growth. But for me, it was like bitch, that's what you presented. But that's really what it was. Send that bread and you know I'm on the way. Period, the end. It ain't no questions, but that's what it used to be. That ain't today. I'd rather sell my books, sling my boxes out the trunk like a real nigga supposed to, and do my own thing and wait on God. But for real, people don't understand how much you got to fight every day. And again, y'all bitches think I be on here popping shit or something. No, that's really my life. I really was living like that. Having niggas I never slept with, paying my rent for 4 and 5 years just off finesse and some more shit while getting fucked by somebody else that ain't paying the bill. Like, don't think that I just be on here playing. Bitch, I really live like that. But I chose to make the change because of me. Because I'ma still get this money and I'ma still be Supa D no matter what, how far I go. That shit stays. That ain't gonna change. So either you motivated or move around.
Big facts.
Y'all, but y'all already know what's the fuck going on. Another episode of MoTeaVation, Promo Spike Ass Back.
Down in the books, you did.
We had a dream in here with all the ladies.
Man,
listen.
shout out to her, bro.
We know it's hard, it's scary, but if you going through some shit, find you a down ass bitch like me. A down ass, beautiful, I'm not gonna call her a word, but y'all know go look at me still. But for real, find you somebody that you could just run it with and know that it ain't.
Fellas, y'all be a Dan, a down ass nigga. You know
got to be a Dan.
I had my Dans.
Right, it could even be your boyfriends, your partners, but life is about accountability, taking your lick. You gotta take your lick. I be taking my lick sometime and be. I'm gonna tell y'all about that next week. I got all.
You ain't gotta take your lick by yourself. That's the reason why I started Aaron's Nest in Place. So all you have to do is just reach out. Reach out. We have multiple people that do. They have a lot of people who have found their purpose in life and they want to reach back out to other people and try to help. And it don't always have to be you sitting in front of psychologists or therapists. If you're not there yet, that's the reason why you just come on by. I got the nice little comfortable non-judgmental place. Also my place has resources. So I get donations in where people, people that need underclothes for their kids, toiletries, and I'm talking new stuff. We don't give away no old new stuff. You come by, you get your new stuff. Women, men who try to get themselves on their feet, we pack them up a little.
Oh, we're gonna have it on the video. Once the video is edited, we'll have all the information, y'all. We love y'all.
You don't have to do it by yourself.
And we'll be back next week.
And I hate that I always forget.
Well, I gotta push it to the
I want to talk to you.